Hello, my name is Bear J. This is Black Desert Mobile Strategy Channel exclusively for F2P players. Today's video will be a comprehensive CP guide. A lot of things that I will be talking about today will be obvious to you if you've been playing this game for the last month or so. However, the whole point of this video will be if you are able to find one or two points that you have been overlooking, there will be your chance for you to increase your CP. So watch this video very carefully, probably take a note if there's anything that you've been missing. And if you find two or three of them today, then you are successful after watching this video. So I will go through everything that I know about the CP. The first one is gear. Of course, you will be getting the gears by loot on the field and also through a Shaka 2. You do not have to have an orange gear right now. Having a Grunion or Liberto yellow one is fine. As long as you have something that everybody has in the game, you are still very competitive. And there are a lot of rankers who still have all the yellow gears, and they are staying competitive. So having a very better gear is something that you have to do as the game goes on, but you really do not have to stay ahead of the game and have all the orange gear here to be competitive. So having the gear, having the competitive gears is one thing that you should start, and also having the accessories which you can buy in the market or in the shop. Um, so having that yellow one right now after about a month of the game should be the norm. So if you are still on the blue +7 or something, try and go on to a yellow accessory. And if you've been saving up Black Pearl, as I have told you, you should have set up at least about 5,000 Black Pearls, and you should be able to spend about 3,500 Black Pearl and have all 5 yellow gears right away. Now the time is right. The price has been decreasing, and price in the shop selling the yellow one is pretty similar to what is in the market. Um, so if you haven't done so, go ahead and shop for the low priced one and go ahead and change your accessory to the yellow one. And if after you have done so, you do not really have to upgrade them for now. As you have more Black Pearl and you have some of them saved up, you can go ahead and enhance them. And of course, enhancing on a gear is something very important that you have to do as you go on, and I'm sure that you have already been doing. So keep on doing it, keep on pushing it. This is something that you're gonna keep. So go ahead and do the enhancement on the gear, and also relic. Relic is something that is newer to the game. It just came out. I was actually able to get a yellow one, but the yellow one had a lower CP than +1 purple relic. So I'm keeping the purple one right now. However, there are different kind of yellow than what I have that has a higher CP than this purple +1 CP at the relic. So I'm going to try to get those. So make sure that you understand just because you have the same color, that doesn't mean it has the same CP. And make sure to check the difference in the CP and the gear up with the best one. And the next one is outfit. If you have pre-registered with the game, you should have the one outfit, and with the event, then you should have another outfit. You should be able to fuse them, and if you're lucky, you will be getting a gold one. For the purple one, it is the AP5, DP5. With the yellow one, it is anywhere between 16, I believe it is 15 to 25. So if you're lucky and get a 25 and 25, that is 50 CP alone with the costume, which is the same thing with a weapon costume. So way to get that, it is actually kind of late to get it, to buy it from the market. It does still come up with by the pay-to-win players who wants to make some servers. However, it is very competitive to buy. It is almost impossible to buy. Right now, the way you can do that is you can go to your camp, and let's go into the camp. Sorry, it takes a little bit of time. It's loading. And if you go to a camp, go to a dye shop, you will be able to craft your outfit here. It is fairly expensive. It takes a lot of resources. However, the 50 CP does count. So if you're not able to buy them from the market early on, this will be your option to do so. And if you don't have any of those, start with a weapon because those are cheaper and cheaper with the less resources, then move on to the armor. And I hope that you can get a yellow armor and weapon costume soon. And after you get the outfit, and of course, let's go back to the grinding and character level. Oh, it has some lag today. I'm sorry. And it's going to go back and let's go back to grounding. It's going to show you the level. Level of the character gives you, it changes the CP amount. However, as you level up, it's going to give you a certain CP per level. I'm at the max level at this point, level 60. Make sure that you go up, go level up as soon as possible. So you will have the CP. And the next one is Black Spirit. Black Spirit is one of the conventional way to increase your CP. You just feed excess gear to the Black Spirit, and you'll be leveling up Black Spirit. And each level in the beginning, it'll give you about 15 CP. As it goes on, it becomes harder to level up. And as you level up, it gives you 7 or 8 at this point if you're at level 138, and it's going to go down as you go on, but you have to keep on doing this and make sure that you get the CP. And also I have made a short video on a conventional way of leveling up Black Spirit. Go ahead and watch that. I will tag that at the end of this video so you can stay ahead of game and probably gain a couple more levels compared to your competition. So you'll have 20, 30, 40, 50 CPs extra on a Black Spirit by spending a little bit of silver coins. And of course, if you go into, let's go back into Black Spirit, Lightstone. Lightstone is something that a lot of people overlook. Lightstones all have this substats. Substats does carry attack and defense. Some people doesn't know this. So make sure when you are equipping your Lightstone, you equip them with the one that has attack, preferably if you don't have it, defense. And the yellow one carries 6. If you are lucky to have both of them as a attack or defense, then you're very lucky. And if you're not, you'll have at least one of them. So with this, you'll be able to increase your CP a lot. If you have all the yellow and both of them being attacked, that is 6 times 8. That's almost 50 CPs just by having a good Lightstone. So make sure that you equip the Lightstone with the attack CP or the defense CP. And next is Crystal. As I have been emphasizing that do not invest on Crystal, it becomes dime a dozen. And I have not spent one Blackstone on it, and I was able to equip those with a fairly good amount of crystals. So just make sure that you buy those small crystals from the vendor. You'll be able to do so about 10 times a day, and keep on fusing them. You will be able to get the ones that you wanted to use. And so crystal, keep on trying and try to get the better one. And those are the main one. And also one thing that you should not forget is bosses. If you go into knowledge and go into boss, you will have this knowledge point that if you are running the boss rush and boss rush ruins, world boss, and the guild rush, this point will go up. And if you reach to the top, it's going to go to the next level and it's going to give you some stats. Some give you HP, and many of them give attack and defense. You should be keep on collecting those, and you will be able to gain more defense and attack points from here. And also, if you reach certain point, it's going to give you another stat here. For right now, every 10 is going to give HP. Next one, I believe, is attack. Next one is defense. So you will be collecting some defense and attack CP here. It may not be big, but it is very important that you keep on doing this. So you collect this, and later on, after you play this game for a couple of months, for the people who haven't been diligent on this, and compared to the one who have been diligent on this, will have a big difference of CP. In this game, one CP point does count, and make sure that you collect every single CP point that you can. And next one is knowledge. If you go into knowledge, I will have an entirely separate video on the knowledge. For now, on a nutshell, this first one, third one, and fifth one is something that you can pretty much reach up to 100% by going into all clearing all the main quests. Those two are the hidden quests you kind of have to look for. The way to do that is go into, if you're going to do adventure, go click on it, click on learn more, go into unattained. It'll show you the ones that you do not have yet. Of course, if you are able to do all of them, it's gonna be a very solid fundamental for you to grow your character and family. Actually, if you cannot, you should at least to increase your CP. There are the knowledges that's gonna give you attack point and also defense point. So if you cannot do all of them, go through them and make sure that you do those things. So say that this one, let's assume this one says attack 1, then if you're to accomplish that, you're going to click on tip, and it's going to tell you where to find it. Go ahead and click on the word map and go ahead and find it and get that attack and defense CP point. So you can increase your CP. And also, this one is something very conventional too. If you go into skill book, you'll be collecting a lot of skill books by spending some silver coins. And if you spending the skill books that you collected on grinding, as you go up, it is not much. However, at this point, I have total of 48. So it does count as you go on. So I would understand if you had to sell some of the purple skill balls to make some of the silver coins, but don't do it excessively because you do need this point as time goes on. And last but not the least is resonance. Resonance is something very important that people tend to overlook. Some of the people tend to overlook is that it'll give you a lot of bonus CPs here. If you one of the resonance is giving you bonus CP here, 100 CP here, 100 CP there. If you reach CP 2500, 100 more, 1900, 100 more. I believe at the 2800, 100 more. So that's 300 bonus point that you can get as you just increase your CP. And also gear resonance is that if you have plus 28 enhancement on all gears, then you will have 33 and 6. If you reach 30, 42 and 6. So that's one of the reasons why you have to enhance your gear in a balanced way, not just like 40 here and 20 here. That way, if you have a balanced enhancement, then you will be able to get those resonance. So make sure that you enhance your gears in a balanced way. So make sure that you get this resonance. And also accessory resonance enhancement is something that you can get. And also that is more applicable to most of you are what kind of gears do you have? One of the reasons why I asked you to go ahead and equip yellow accessory was that this great bonus has been recently added, and if you actually have already done so, if you have changed all the accessory to the yellow, then you've gained 21 access point without trying. So this is something that you have to keep your eyes peeled and make sure that you get all the resonance possible, so you can increase your CP compared to your competition. That is it for today. If there's anything that I have missed, go ahead and leave a comment below so I can cover that in a different video or possibly just as a comment. Thank you very much for watching. I should be coming back with more videos.